Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. We are going on a little car ride uptown and going to the library to Crochet Club. And that's all my plans. And then back home before a storm hits. Hurricanes are coming, so I got to get back home quick. Friends, how are you all doing today? It is Tuesday. I hope you're having a great day, enjoying your day, having a productive day. So I am headed to the library for Crochet Club. I hope that they are having it. It does say on the online on the calendar. It does say that it is today. So I hope that they are having it. I've grabbed me a blanket project to work on, and yeah, I hope for some good company, some good conversation, some yarny talk. I don't know. I just need to be around some people who enjoy yarn. So that's my hopes and dreams for today. Now, the last time I went, I will say I was a bit disappointed in conversation. They talked about cooking and food the whole time. And that's normal everyday talk, but it's hard for somebody who cannot eat food, you know. And but they were talking about like turning it into a cooking class, and I was like, oh, please don't. I mean, I didn't say anything. I sat there silent through the whole thing, but I was thinking, please don't, please don't. Surely they wouldn't. Surely they would start a cooking session, class, club, whatever, and not change the pre-existing crochet club. So anyway, but yeah, they were talking about cooking, and this one lady, obviously, I guess she cooks a lot, and she was telling about all the things that she cooks and how easy and blah blah blah, you know. And they were like, "Oh, show us, let's have a cooking class," and you know, and all this stuff. I was just like, "Oh, please, don't." But anyway, um, so I'm headed there. It starts at 2, and I don't see what time it is. I can't see. It's a glare. Hopefully it's not too, running late or anything on time. I mean, I'm on time. I'm not running late. I was checking the time to see if I was running late, but I'm not. And so anyway, I'm excited about going. Also, I want to talk with the lady who runs it. She also has something to do with ordering books, and um, she had talked about before a lady that lives in Arkansas who came to our library and did like promotions for her books and um, book signings and stuff like that. So anyway, I wanted to talk to her about that for just a little bit and see what she might would suggest for Big Daddy's book. Not necessarily looking for that same exact thing, but just to see what suggestions she has and ideas that we could, explore. I'm gonna turn right here because this is a shortcut for sure. It's a little sketchy shortcut, but it's a shortcut. Big Daddy don't like for me to take sketchy roads, and then when I say that, I mean like through sketchy neighborhoods. But I do it anyway. I always take the I always take the sketchy roads and go to the sketchy stores and the sketchy parts of town and stuff. And Big Daddy's always like, "Don't go there. Don't take that road. Don't go there." I do what I do. I don't like anybody telling me what to do. uh, this particular road they just did. Oh, went wobbling there for a minute. This particular road, they just did construction on it, but sometimes when they do construction, it is worse than it was before construction. I don't know what the deal is. And let me just tell you, Louisiana roads are bad. I don't care what parish you live in, the roads are horrible in Louisiana. You can tell when you're traveling and you hit another state, the roads change. You could tell. Anyway, so I've been working on some flowers for my my piece that I'm making, and so uh, because that yarn is a 5-weight yarn, it makes huge flowers. Okay, I made a flower, and it is huge, huge. I mean, it's a rose. I made a rose, and it is humongous. And I wanted one to put on my hat, and I wanted one, several of the dark purple to put on the piece. And so I showed Big Daddy, and he said, "Well, do you have to make it so big?" Okay, I can't shrink the yarn. It's a 5-weight yarn. And I can't use a small hook with that. I mean, somebody probably could, but with my hands, I can't keep the yarn on the hook when I'm trying to make the stitches. And so I've been trying to experiment making some smaller roses. And so I'll play with that some more tonight to see what I can do, because I really want to use that yarn. So I'm just going to keep playing with it. But I have made some things, and I'll probably show y'all those soonish. Soonish. Let me get some more made. Ah. It's a lot of traffic out today. We have that hurricane coming through. We're supposed to get a lot of rain from it and some winds. I don't know, I don't really know, but they're already talking about canceling schools. I'm like, well, it ain't even here yet. I mean, we don't know how bad it's going to be, but they're talking about canceling schools already. And, but we're good. We're good. We have, flashlights and all that kind of stuff, lanterns, thanks to a lot of you guys who sent us some. We have those, and we have, groceries. I hope that we do not lose power, because unless that, I mean, it's up like 90s, low 90s today, and unless that rain brings some cooler air, which I think we're supposed to be in the 90s for a while, but it's going to be hot, so I really do not want to lose power. Oh, I just can't do that. I just can't. So I'm going to make sure that, I get a shower tonight, just in case we don't have power and I can't get one tomorrow. So I'll get another shower tonight. I did get one this morning, but I'm sure I'll sweat a little bit today. So I'll get a shower tonight, and hopefully we won't lose power. I hope that nobody lose power, but of course some people will. And, you know, depending on how that hurricane hits and how bad it is, I'm sure, you know, people closer to that will have some super bad weather and power outages and stuff. But we're good. We've got water. There was someone who posted, you know, they always find the idiots, to quote. And he said he didn't know why these people were buying all the water at Walmart when they could wait till tomorrow and get free water. Talking about the rain. Well, I guess people are buying up all the water at Walmart. But we have water. We have some groceries. I have some things that don't have to be cooked, you know, that can just be opened and ate. Yeah. And I think Big Daddy does too, like some soups. So we're good. We're good. We're not really worried about anything other than I just don't want to lose power. Yeah, I don't want to lose power. But anyway, we're almost to the library, so I'm going to go and I'll click back on whenever we're there. Hey, how are you doing?
School flashbacks. Yeah.
So let's just go through and make a change.
Okay. Now that's a beach picture right there. With the sand and the hat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And you're going to turn
Where's the line?
the tail around.
At the Civic Center? Monroe City.
And instead of going through the bar, you're going to go through the V.
Gave her the.
Okay.
You're going to skip that first V and
It's
go
a little,
into the
it's
second
like a
one.
keychain thing, but.
Hey guys, excuse me. I am home from a crochet club. I had a great time. It was just lovely. It was 8 of us there. 2 new people that I had never met before, and the other 6 were regulars who come, you know, when they can, I guess, kind of like me. I don't go every time, but I go about every other time, or I might skip a couple months and then go back. But anyway, so I was familiar with 6 of the people, and they were familiar with me, and there was just 2 new people. And one of those ladies that was new was teaching another lady how to crochet. And so, and then, oh, another lady did come in towards the end. So that was 9 people in total. She came in right close to the end, and she learned how to chain, and she didn't want to do any crocheting. She said one thing at a time, and I get it. I understand what she's saying. So I guess she's going to practice chaining. So that's good. And I tell you, I enjoyed it. It was good conversation. We talked about lots of yarny things, you know, and just daily life type things that you might talk with girlfriends about. And so it was nice, very enjoyable. And then I left there and I went to Sonic to get a drink. I was parched. All that talking, no, I mostly listen. I might comment a little bit, but I mostly just listen. And then when it gets quiet and nobody's talking, I'll ask some kind of question to spark, you know, more conversation. But afterwards, when everybody's packing up their bags, I asked Holly, the lady who puts that on, and she's the one that does ordering from the for the library books. So I asked Holly, did she have a moment where I could speak to her about a new author? And she said, yeah. So after, you know, everybody left, she came and sat down beside me, and we talked, and she gave me some very useful information. She says she can set up a meet the author, greet and meet, and sign the book, and or he could sign books and sell them and stuff at their library. She said nobody will come. She told me, we have a bunch of library locations, and she told me what locations have success with events like that. She said that location, nobody shows up to anything. And so she told me the other libraries to check with that have success in that type of thing. And the library, she said they're behind times. They can't just order a book off of Amazon to have in the library. They only can order from 2 different companies, and she told me the names of those companies. But they can't like order and pay with a credit card. They have to order and pay by check. And so Amazon doesn't do that. And so she said they can't order from Amazon. They can only order from these 2 companies. And so we talked about some event type things that he might could like get an Arthur table, some of the arts stuff that we have downtown Monroe, to check with some of that kind of stuff and see about him having a table there to sign books and stuff. And so yeah, I'm gonna check into that. And she said you can check books with me, and I don't know if they do that, will do it or not, but and that's the only bookstore we have. We used to have some local small bookstores, but of course, you know, during COVID we lost so many brick and mortar buildings. It's sad. But I know whenever Dakota was little, Dakota and my brother, when they were little, I just heard on the radio one day that some author was doing a book signing at this little bitty bookstore down by the river. And so, and the name of the book was Brothers, B-R-U-D-D-E-R-S, I think. And so I told them, we were in town, I said, hey, we're gonna go get y'all a book. And so it was this gentleman, and his book was about stories of him and his brother growing up. And Elijah and Dakota were like brothers. No, not Elijah. Elijah and Dakota are brothers. My brother, Cody Joe, and my oldest son, Dakota. Golly, I can't get these names straight. Dakota. This is before Elijah was born. Dakota and Cody Joe were like brothers. And so I took them there and they each got a book. And the Arthur, he signed it for them and wrote a little thing to them. And he liked their cowboy names. And I forgot what he said about them in there. But each one of them got a book, brothers. I know that Dakota still has his. And anyway, so I remember doing that with them. And so, you know, that might be something if it was, I don't know that it would be on the radio, but if we had a store like that and they advertised they were going to have a book signing by a local author, then they might, you know, have some traffic that day and see. I have no idea. But one second. Oh, sassy girl. Sassy? What are you doing? Yeah, she has been, well, I just got home, but before this morning, I was sitting here trying to crochet. I kept messing up because she was laying right here, like I was at the desk. She's laying right here in between me and my work, and she was like reaching out and hitting my work and stuff, and she wanted me to pet her and not, Sassy, get back, get back. You can't see anything if you block the screen. One thing I wanted to mention, so hang on one second. Sassy, I'm coming right back. I don't know if I had mentioned this to you guys, but get back. Big Daddy's books did come in. That's what it looks like. A Remarkable Journey, Jody Miller. Okay, get back, Sassy. Get back. Get back. Either lay down or get down. So, I personally did not know about the dedication of this book. And one night, I had woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I picked up my phone, and I was looking at some Facebook comments, and 2 different people mentioned the dedication. Now, I'll be honest, the dedication of the book, like, I had not even thought about that. Like, I don't know, it just never crossed my mind. I don't know. I didn't think about it. 2 people had mentioned the dedication when I woke up that night and looked at my phone. And I thought, oh, well, I don't know what it says. I wonder what that says. So I got up and I had to come in here and look online because we didn't have this yet. And I read that dedication. I cried and cried and cried because I had no idea. And so, when Big Daddy had got up the next morning, I had said, you did not have to dedicate that to me, but thank you. And he's like, you didn't know? I told him I didn't know. And he's like, I said, no. And he's like, you ain't even read? And I'm like, I didn't see that. I just didn't see it. So anyway, now that we have the book, it is there, which I did read it online. And, you know, it's there. But anyway, I'm proud of him and his book. And so, yeah. But anyway, he is going to sign a book, sign a copy of this, and then give it to the library, and she'll put it out for, you know, circulation. So I guess he'll end up giving one to each location of the library. And we have a lot of branches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 in Monroe, and 4 that I can think of in Monroe. It might be another one, but 1, 2, 3, at least 3 in West Monroe. So that's 7 branches. And I'm not sure if I'm missing one or not. 1, 2, 3, 4. But so it's about 7 branches probably that he can give a book to. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that dedication. You know, that I had no idea it said that. And I don't know if I've said that to y'all already or not. After I had, you know, been told about it, I don't know that I mentioned it. It is getting dark, dark, dark. My drive home, it was so dark. And it was like 4 something here in the afternoon. And it was just dark. Like it's supposed to be nighttime, dark. And now it's 5:20. It is so dark out there. So I know the storm's coming. We're supposed to get rain and wind, high winds and rain. So y'all just pray we don't lose power. It's kind of warm and I don't want to be hot. I'm not into sweating, but I am going in there to get me a shower here in just a little bit. And Big Daddy's on his way home. He has to go to Target before he comes home and pick up some prescriptions. That's the story of our life. And then Sassy is sitting right here, and she's looking at me in the phone there, watching me. I don't know. Sassy, you a spoiled little girl. At night when we lay in the bed, I lay here, and she'll lay here. At first she faces me, but then she flips over and she watches my tablet, which is set up on my nightstand, and she watches it until after a while she reaches out and she hits the screen, and she'll either like take it to the next episode or take it back to something else, and she just goes to hitting it and scrolling. She likes to scroll through the tablet and see different things. I don't know. And so I end up having to get her and hold her feet. I like get both her feet in my hand and hold them down and fix it back on the show that I was watching. And I have to hold her hands, her paws down so she can't reach out. If I let go of them, she goes right back to hitting that screen. She likes to scroll. Don't you, sassy girl? Anyway, guys, there you are, Sassy. You see you? So, guys, I'm gonna get going because I popped that phone off of there and it just went flying and went down on the floor. I'm going to let you guys get going and me get going because I feel like I need to go get some bottles and jugs that we have in there and fill them up with water, so that we do have water for, you know, any purpose that we might need water for. Phoebe, the cats, to flush the toilet, things like that, if we don't have water. So, yeah. I feel like I need to go and do that real quick and just do a little more prepared stuff. Make sure Phoebe goes out to potty good before it starts raining here. It's already sprinkling, so it's, you know, it's coming. It's coming, unfortunately. But anyway, you guys stay safe if you're in the path of this hurricane coming through, and I'll be thinking about you all. And yeah, it's a beautiful day to crochet, and so as long as I have electricity and some light, which I do have my little lantern things, you know, I will be crocheting by light and working on my flowers that I'm working on. So anyway, I'll see you all later. Be good, friends. Be safe. Love you. Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Remember, and it's a great day to enjoy your life. Do something today that brings you happiness, and it's a beautiful day to crochet, friends. See you in the next video.